Hello everyone, Locust Storm here. Welcome back to Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. Now, I did say last episode that I was going to play a new game when I next went online, and that is still coming. It's just due to... that's actually going to happen tomorrow. Just due to timing and things, I'm going to play Master Duel one more time, and then we're going to move on to the next game. So, with that said and done, let's click the wrong part of the menu before finally going where we're trying to. There we go. So I think we last left things off with Plunder Patrol and Bee Troopers, I think. I'm skipping stuff. Oh no, I cleared the... no, I didn't. Here we are. Yeah, so we last did Bee Troopers and Plunder Patrol. And Plunder Patrol was pretty tough, actually. That's okay. Looks like we're now going to tackle Mermail and Dream Mirror, which I haven't even heard of. Oh, let's go to Mermail. Now, if I recall this deck correctly, it's all about discarding cards from your hand to activate effects. But first, let's learn about the story. So, the Tribe of the Abyssal Waters. Lemuria, the Forgotten City. Once a beautiful and thriving hub, the city has been built with advanced technology and boasted a rich culture and Greek architecture. However, an unfortunate seismic shift that shook the entire continent caused it to sink to the bottom of the ocean. Just like, I guess, Santorini. There we go. And now, a group of creatures called the Mermails have taken up residence in the ruins of the once prosperous city. These aquatic creatures were ruled by a benevolent royal family and lived under the ocean in peace, hidden from the rest of the world. These merfolk loved to sing and would often offer their songs to the god of the sea, praying that their daily lives would remain protected and peaceful. Many of the singers were adults like Mermail Abysslind, but not all of them. Some were young, like Mermail Abyssdine, but that didn't mean their singing was any less beautiful. All of these merfolk played important roles in offering their prayers. At first glance, they would appear to be a peaceful and graceful group without a single harmful bone in their bodies, but that was far from the truth. In fact, within them dwelled a great power that they weren't afraid to use when worse came to worse. The Mermail warriors had weapons that they used whenever they patrolled the waters or hunted for food. One such warrior was Mermail Abyss Spike. They all just have Abyss in their name, who fought with a unique hand-to-hand combat style that performed excellently underwater. There was also Mermail Abyss Sturge, who wielded his chained harpoon with great dexterity. These warriors trained and fought bravely to ensure the safety of their people. The Mermails were a nomadic tribe, and they had traveled many miles to find a safe place they could call home. This lifestyle gave rise to their fearsome battle capabilities and skill. And I guess they settled in the underwater city when they found it. Right, so let's try practice now. Okay, so what makes the Mermail deck unique? Well, the level 7 Mermail monsters have high attack and useful effects. They can be special summoned by discarding water monsters from the hand to the graveyard, also giving you an opportunity to use the level 3 Mermail monsters that activate when they're sent to the graveyard. When it's difficult to special summon a level 7 monster due to a depleted hand, the effect of a level 4 will be useful in deploying your army. Okay. So my opponent is probably not going to do anything, and now it's my turn. Here we go. Okay. Use the effect of Mermail Abyss Megalo to your advantage and win the duel this turn. First special summon Abyss Megalo from your hand through its effect. By discarding 2 water monsters, discard the other 2. Okay, so let me just go over them before I do that. So, Abysslind here, when this card is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, special summon a Mermail from the deck. So this will... it has to be on the field to do that, so that's not going to activate. If this card is discarded, target a Mermail in your graveyard and special summon it. Okay, that's useful. So you can discard 2 water monsters to special summon this card. When summoned this way, you can add an Abyss spell trap from your deck to your hand. Okay. So we're gonna discard Alright, so we'll summon you. Even you get your own fancy animation. Yep, so we're going to use Abyss Megalo and Abyss Grund. Alright, so we chain. We'll summon you back to the field, and then... Okay, so let's take a look at the spell traps we have here. So we have... Okay, so this is... We have equipped spells. That's not a promising sign usually, but... Let's see, equipped to a Mermail monster, gains 400 attack. Opponent's monster effect activates on current side of the field. Send this card to the graveyard, negate it. Okay, that's not bad, actually. Let's see, equipped to a Mermail, gains 800 attack. When a trap activates, negate that effect and send this card to the graveyard. That's worse. Equipped to a Mermail monster, gains 800 attack. When a spell activates, negate it and then send it to the graveyard. That's decent. Okay, so Abyss Squall, summon 3 Mermails from the graveyard in defense mode, and their effects are negated, destroy them during the end phase. I could maybe set up a Link 3, otherwise that doesn't seem terribly helpful. Abyss Sphere, special summon a Mermail monster from your deck, its effects are negated, you can't activate spell cards at all. Well, that's a harsh penalty on yourself. When this card leaves the field, destroy that card, destroy this card during your opponent's next end phase. Okay. Abyss Storm, send Umi to the graveyard, send all spell and traps on the field to the graveyard. That's not too helpful, I don't think. Abyss Storm, target a Mermail monster you control, gains 1000 attack. When this set card is sent to the graveyard, send an opponent's monster to the graveyard. If you could trigger that yourself, that would be okay. Well, whatever. I want us to add this. Oh, I see what we're gonna do. Okay, I want us to do this in order. So we're gonna tribute Abyssland. That lets him attack twice, and then we equip this to you. And Abyssland's effect didn't activate because she wasn't destroyed. She was tributed. So we attack, and we attack. Okay. Alright, now we try the real duel. Please don't brick. Okay. Okay, so Abyss Dine would have been great if I tutored it. But it's not super great because I didn't. I'm honestly tempted to just summon Mermail Abyssland, crash into my opponent's Abyssland, and then get a big monster out of it. But my opponent will probably do the same thing, which is not ideal. What do you do? Abyssnere. You can discard this card, target a water you control, destroy one other water monster in your hand, and if you do, targeted monster gains attack defense equal to the... Is this a quick effect? It's a quick effect. Okay. Until the end of the turn, this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, draw a card, discard a card. Okay, so it's like a really bad Blackwing Colute the Moon Shadow. Okay, so I think what we'll do is we'll summon you, activate Abyss Spike, we'll send this one to the graveyard, no. Okay, let's check my deck real quick. This card is discarded. Special summon a Mermail from the graveyard. If this card is sent to the graveyard. Special summon a Mermail from your hand. What does this weird Kraken thing do? You can target a Mermail monster you control. Special summon any number of level 4 or lower Mermail monsters from your deck whose combined levels are less than or equal to the level of that monster. It would be great if I had a high level monster. Right, and then when this card is added from the deck or graveyard to nearby card effect, special summon it. When this card is special summoned, summon a monster from your graveyard. I guess we'll do that, actually. Yep, then we'll use your effect. I'll summon you in attack mode, I guess. I did not get the graveyard effect, even though I had one in my graveyard. Okay, well, let's check my extra deck here while we're at it. No, I don't want to summon anything yet, I just want to look at it. There we go. Okay, so Mermail, Abyss, Lystia. 1600 attack. Monsters this card points to gain 500 attack and defense. You can use each effect once per turn. Oh, jeez. Get back up there. During your opponent's turn, quick effect, send a card from your hand to the graveyard. Add a Mermail monster from your deck to your hand. That could be helpful. If this card in its owner's possession is destroyed by an opponent's card or card effect, you can send a water monster from your deck to the graveyard. Special summon a water monster from your graveyard. Okay, so I think this is what we'll do. Alright, now we battle. Nope. Nope. Okay, now you're gonna activate your effect, and what are you gonna summon? Ah, something big and scary. Precisely what I want to see. That's okay though, we have a plan. We have a plan. Not yet. Oh, you're only summoning too. Oh, great. Oh, I guess there's only one thing to do. There we go. What does this do? Oh, great. Well, there's nothing I can really do about it. Okay, you're just going through all the Mermail Abysslations. For some reason. Okay, here we go. Okay, so Abyssmander. Banish this card from the graveyard to manipulate levels. That is not terribly helpful. And your stats are also not very good either. Okay, so I think the trick is we're going to activate Salvage. We're going to bring back These two. Not yet. Now I'm gonna activate Abyssdine's effect. Put it out right here. And I still don't get the graveyard effect. Oh no, because when it's summoned by the effect of a Mermail monster. Does it not count if she summons herself? I guess it doesn't, but I don't really get why. Okay, then we'll summon Abyss Lacia as well. Okay, so, battle phase. We're gonna have you attack you. I'm gonna deliberately sacrifice this one to activate her effect. And give me something big and hulking from the deck. I guess we'll summon Abyss Lead. Okay. Abyss Lead can't attack this turn? Oh no, I can't. Got confused for a moment. Adding that thing, Abyss Baleen to the hand. Okay, well now I'm going to activate this trap. Summon Abyss Megalo. Who is weaker than I thought he was. Okay, main phase again. Let me check my extra deck real quick again. What do I have here? Okay, I have a Mermail Abyss Yugioh. That's an Xyz monster I could make right now. It's 2 level 7 water monsters. One has Xyz material. Level 5 or higher monsters can't attack. That would be helpful. Once per turn during the player's turn, you can attack the Xyz material from this card and get the effects of all monsters your opponent controls that have plus attack in this card. That could actually help me. What else do I have? A bunch of random stuff that is not super great. Okay. Alright, and that, I think the path is clear. I need to stop hitting the wrong button. There we go. Okay. Abyss Yugioh should have better stats than whatever monster he can summon. Although I am going to take a beating this round. Oh wait, that's right. Abyss Yugioh stops his high-level monster from attacking. During your opponent's turn, send a card from your hand to the graveyard, add a Mermail from your deck to your hand. Yeah, I am going to do that, honestly, because this card I have is terrible. I'm going to add Abyssland to my hand. Nope. Okay, well at least now I can use spells again. What did I draw? Abyss Lung. Your opponent can't target basic water monsters for attacks except this one. All water monsters you control gain 300 attack. That is not terribly useful. I'm gonna go with Abyss Lung. Alright, battle time. So let's see. Let's have... Well, my best guys are the only one who can kill this thing, so let's do that. Then Abysslin kills his Link monster. And... Ah, great, he has another one of those. And another one of those. Let's just see what happens. Was that Big Jaws? It was Big Jaws. Why are you running that garbage card? Okay, well I'm glad to have Abyss on my field, because now his monsters won't be able to, oh no wait, he has 2 level 7s on his field. He can make his own Abyss. Why did I not see this coming? I'm gonna activate an effect right now. Okay. Sure, I'll use this effect. Okay, so I drew this one. I have to discard a card to summon it. Well, first let's switch you to attack mode. Okay, so I could run over his Abyss with my Abyss right now. That is something we could do. In fact, for the sake of damage, I think that's exactly what I'm gonna do. No, I won't do it. Ah, shoot, this is gonna backfire. This is gonna backfire. It won't backfire. So I'm gonna use my monster's effect before he does. Except that's not how Yu-Gi-Oh works. Great, they kamikaze each other. Well, at least we get some damage off. Alright, I'm gonna end it here. And I'm gonna fingers crossed that he doesn't draw anything valuable. Okay. Yeah, I'll activate effect. I'll discard the other one. Summon you. Yes, I'll add one from my deck to my hand. Well, here we go. Boom! Okay, we did it. Took some interesting ups and downs on that one. Alright, well, we reached the goal. Let's learn more. A big reason for their survival was the leadership of the royal family, who I don't think we met in the duel at all. The queen who currently oversaw the tribe was Mermail Abystride. In their pursuit of a peaceful life, they were not always able to avoid battle, and some of them had been quite devastating. However, they were able to pull through with the support of their queen and her guards. At their helm was Mermail Abyssmegalo, who fought with a large saw with teeth like a shark's, and promised safety to his people with his gallantry. However, protecting the merfolk was not all the royal guards did. They had been entrusted with a secret mission. They were also protectors of the treasures of the Mermails, the Abyss Scales, 3 suits of armor with powerful magic imbued within, and a certain golden bracelet. The golden bracelet was so famous that even the regular Mermail citizens had heard whispers of it. Legend says that the golden bracelet is so mighty it can take over the world. Whoever wears it will wield enormous power, and will become ruler of all mermaids. The only one who knew the specifics of the bracelet's powers and its whereabouts was Queen Abistride. To this day, the bracelet is still shrouded in much mystery. Queen Abistride prayed that she would never have to unleash the powers of these secret treasures. After much wandering, the mermaids would finally arrive at Lemuria and call it their safe haven and home, which I think is their field spell that we never found. The treasures and their fearsome powers stayed hidden, and the mermaids spent their days peacefully. And so for now, the queen was able to rest easy. I don't know, maybe there's some part in the story where those powers have to be unleashed. Maybe. Okay, so now let's look on the Dream Mirror here, because I don't think I've ever heard of this archetype. So let's see. Dream Domination. Our story takes place in the far reaches of a town somewhere. In its back alley, hidden from the main street, where the hustle and bustle could barely be heard, a stranger wandered about in a trance-like state. Then a voice spoke from nowhere, calling out to them, beckoning. Say, this is a rather strange dream you've landed up in, isn't it? And when the stranger turned, there stood a fortune teller behind them. The fortune teller curled a finger, calling for the stranger to come closer. Those who visit this town are all lost in a dream. I have seen many souls with the same look in their eyes as you. Now let me ask you, what is it you see in your dreams? The stranger felt as though there was nothing they could hide. Taken by the fortune teller's mysterious presence, recounts of their dreams began to spill forth from the stranger's lips. Once the stranger had finished, the fortune teller broke their silence. They say there are two kinds of dreams, good omens that bring the dreamer happiness and good fortune, and bad omens that attract nothing but disaster and misfortune. Some also say that all the dreams we see are all dominated and being controlled by a lone figure somewhere. Perhaps the dreams you have seen have also been given to you by this individual. The fortune teller said, not a hint of dishonesty in their voice. The stranger swallowed, hanging on to every word. The fortune teller continued as tension hung like a thick fog. The one who dominates dreams changes its form, depending on what dream it is giving to the dreamer. In good dreams it will look like an angel, in bad dreams it will look like a demon. The disciples of the dream ruler will appear in the real world and leave a mysterious mirror behind the dreamer's bedside, drawing them into the dream world. One could say that the mirror is a mystical gateway to the land of dreams. Sun and moon motifs etched into the mirror can change the world of the dream depending on which one has risen and which one has set. If the sun is above, the dreamer is blessed with a good omen. If the moon is the one on top, the dreamer is thrust into a nightmare. Which was it for you, I wonder? Okay then. That makes some strange metaphysical play here. Let's see how this deck works, because I have no idea. Okay, what makes the Dream Mirror deck unique? Some Dream Mirror cards can use different effects depending on which of the two Dream Mirror field spells is active. They are both light and dark Dream Mirror monsters. By working with the two attributes, you can bring forth some formidable fusion monsters. Okay. Okay, you set a monster and do nothing else. My turn. Fusion summon a Naros, the Dream Mirror, Erkling, or Earl King, and win the duel during this turn. First summon equals the Dream Mirror Mara. Okay, so let me see what these cards do. So Icarus, the Dream Mirror Mara. This card is special summoned by a Dream Mirror. You can special summon another Dream Mirror from your hand except this card. During the main or battle phase, if Dream Mirror of the Joy is in the field zone, you contribute this card, summon Icarus, the Dream Mirror sprite from your deck. Okay. Here's Naroi, the Dream Mirror Disciple. If a Dream Mirror monster is on your field, you can special summon this card, then make this card become dark. If this card is special summoned by a Dream Mirror monster, activate this effect. If Dream Mirror of Joy is on the field, return a spell trap your opponent controls to the hand. After that, if a Dream Mirror is on the field, Dream Mirror of Terror is on the field, draw a card, then shuffle one card from your hand into the deck. Sheesh. I can understand why people think Yu-Gi-Oh cards are wordy. Okay, so Morpheus, the Dream Mirror White Knight. If this card is special summoned by a Dream Mirror monster, activate this effect. This card can't be destroyed this turn. During the main or battle phase, if a Dream Mirror of Terror is in the field zone, you contribute this card, summon Morpheus, the Dream Mirror Black Knight from your deck. Okay, so some of these cards just swap themselves out with other cards when a field spell is in play. Okay, well, let's get to work. Okay, if there's a Dream Mirror monster on your field, you can special summon Naroi from your hand. So we're gonna do that. I guess we're going to change your attribute. Some Dream Mirror cards use different effects depending on which of the Dream Mirror field spells are active. Activate Dream Mirror of Joy. So what does that do? During the end phase, you can banish this card, activate Dream Mirror of Terror from your deck. Okay, so they can swap each other out. Dream Mirror monsters you control can't be targeted by opponent's card effects or their monster's attacks, except your Dream Mirror monster with the highest level. This effect only activates when you control a light Dream Mirror monster. Okay, so this is kind of underwhelming. Okay, the Dream Mirror of Chaos is their fusion spell, and it's quick play. So fusion summon a Dream Mirror fusion monster from your extra deck using monsters you control as material. If Dream Mirror of Joy is in the field zone, you can use monsters in your hand as fusion material. Oh, joy. If Dream Mirror of Terror is in the field zone, you can banish monsters from your graveyard. Okay, I think that's better. Well, here we go. Okay, so there's two fusion monsters here, a light and a dark one. So, Oneiros, the Earl King. When face up on the field, this card is also dark. You can only use each of the following effects once per turn. If another monster you control is tributed, except during the damage step, destroy a card on the field. If this card, as its owner's possession, is destroyed by an opponent's card, you can special summon a Dream Mirror monster from your graveyard, except this card. What does this other one do? Two Dream Mirror monsters with different attributes. While face up on the field, this card is also light. You can only use one of the following effects each turn. When a monster effect is activated while Dream Mirror of Terror is in the field zone, you can negate that effect. If Dream Mirror of Joy is in the field zone, you can tribute this card, summon the Dream Mirror Earl King from your extra deck in defense mode. Okay. Oneiros, the Dream Mirror Earl King, allows you to destroy an opponent's card when you tribute another monster on your field. Oh, and Dream Mirror Mara can tribute itself to summon a monster from the deck, so let's do that. Attack mode, I guess, doesn't really matter. This card is summoned by the effect of a Dream Mirror monster. Add a Dream Mirror card from your deck to your hand. Yes, I would like to do that. And we have a bunch of cards here. So there's the Dream Mirror of Terror. Let's see, when this card is activated, add a Dream Mirror monster from your deck to your hand. If a Dream Mirror of Joy is in the field zone, all monsters you control get a stat boost. If Dream Mirror of Terror is in the field zone... Okay. So we activate this. And I don't get to search a monster because the game doesn't let me. That's okay. We have just enough damage to win. Alright, so this deck is kind of complicated. Figuring out how to work with it might be a little tricky, but we'll do our best. Okay, I have a bunch of cards, I don't know what they do. Alright, so I know what these do. What does this do? If this card is special summoned by the effect of a Dream Mirror monster, this card can attack directly. During the main or battle phase, if Dream Mirror of Joy is in the field zone, you contribute this card's summon. It's opposite from the deck. Right. Well, great, I have all these cards, and I can't special summon any of them. And I don't have Dream Mirror of Joy. Literally, my best play is just to normal summon this and X. Oh, great, you got the search spell. Oh, Dream Mirror of Joy, look at that. Okay. So I can special summon Nayroy. Okay, let's activate the field spell. Oh, that buffs his monster. Wait, why is his... Oh no, his monster is buffed by his continuous spell. And mine is not. Okay, so let's summon you. We'll change our attribute, because why not? Let us bounce your set card. Okay, so now we're going to summon... Big boy here. I totally messed that up. Okay. I'm gonna retry, because I just totally messed that up. I misread the stats. Okay, again, we're in the same predicament as before. What else do I have in this extra deck? I have some super basic Link monsters. I have Shimoji Soldier, of all things. Ghost Trick Doahan. Number 98 Antitopian. Well, that's not helpful. I have the two fusion monsters. Oh, I have this guy. Hope Harbinger. That would be super helpful if I could actually summon it. Alright. Well, again, my best play is normal summon this fellow and then set some traps. This card would be helpful if I had a Dream Mirror field spell. And this would be helpful if I could actually get the field spell. Oh great, you get the field spell. And you get the Searcher too. Yep, now you're gonna summon a card from your deck, and then that's gonna let you summon a card from your hand. And then that's gonna let you summon a monster from your graveyard, and that's gonna let you add a Dream Mirror card for your deck to... Like, look at this! Why does my opponent get the awesome... Fine, I'll just take the hit. I would love it to know why my opponent gets great draws both times and I just brick endlessly. Honestly. Like, again, I can't do anything because I don't have the dumb field spell. Okay. Okay, so finally we have a hand I can actually work with. I think. Okay, so since I have the Joy spell here, I can use... Okay, so I think the plan is... Summon you, use its effect, sure, I'll change the attribute. If a Dream Mirror is on the field, you can special summon this card, then this card becomes dark. Okay, now we use this card. So what are the dark... I forgot what the dark one does. So if Dream Mirror of Joy is in field, special you can attribute this card to summon the other one from the extra deck. And that's quick effect. Yeah, so let's do that then. Let's use you on the field. And you in hand. Alright, as the saying goes, third time's the charm. Maybe this time we'll actually be able to do something. I'm not going to summon you because you'll just die. So, what's your other effect? When a monster effect is activated, what effect do you have? When this card is on the field, it's also light. You can use each of the following effects once per turn. When a monster effect is activated, while Dream Mirror Terror is here, you can negate that effect, which I don't have. When Dream Mirror of Joy is on field, you can tribute this card to summon. Oh, not. Oh, right, I can use his effect. Banish this card, activate Dream Mirror of Terror from your deck. Let's do that, actually. Because that gives me a monster negate. No, I don't want to finish all my cards. No, I don't want to do that. Okay, draw a card. Of course, I drew this guy. Great. Okay, let's use you, I suppose. No. Summon you in attack mode. Sure, I'll change the attribute of the monster. No, I don't want to negate my own card's effect. And I'm shuffling one of you Ecoloses into the deck. Okay. Now I drew the Mirror Phantasm this time. So let me add a card from my deck to my hand. So. Let's add him from my deck to my hand. Alright, well, here we go. Here to attack with my weaker monster. That's okay. Well, that's all I got for this turn. Activate Dream, Mirror of Terror. No, I won't. Of course, you get the search. Wait, why did my monster's attack stats go down? No. Why did my stats go down? Oh! It's because we're doing a mirror match. If I had the other field spell, my monsters would be buffed. Oh, I get it. Okay. I probably should have just set that, honestly, but that's okay. Alright, well, I just gave myself a nice bleeding hole for my opponent to beat into, but that's okay. Yes, let's use Terror's effect to activate this. No. Oh no, but now he's going to be able to use his effect. God, this is super annoying. Now he's going to search a card. Alright, this is getting super weird. Alright, well I can't... Actually, no, hang on. Activate this. Okay, now use your effect. No, don't negate it. Oh. Okay, now I can add a monster from my deck to my hand. Still don't know what some of these do. Guess we'll add this guy to my hand. Okay, battle time. No, don't activate effects. Okay, main phase 2. Set this here. I think it's going to be most profitable for me to keep both field spells up at once, because then I can use all my effects. This is kind of a mess, though, honestly. No, I don't want to use effect. No, I don't want to do that. Actually, what does this trap even do? Okay, so the trap I just set just sets up the field spell situation that we have right now. Hoorah! Okay, we drew a field spell. I mean a fusion spell. So I guess I'll summon you. Let's just go for damage. Oh, perfect block. Good job. Boom! Okay. You know, I'm gonna go on a limb and say this archetype was never meta. Because it seems like a total pain and mess to actually operate. It is a cool idea, though. Alright, I'm just gonna cut the nonsense, go for damage. Boom! And for my final attack, boom! Alright. We're the duel. Let's see what we have here. Where's this story going? The fortune teller mused. The dream world of the sun was one filled with light and resplendence. It was a beautiful land of free and spirited souls, of holy beasts, gallant knights, and frolicking maidens. On the other hand, the dream world of the moon was one drowned in a deep and inky darkness. It was a dreadful land where souls were trapped by despair, home to demonic beasts and knights of doom, and reapers of death who showed no mercy. The Dream Ruler masterfully controls these worlds, bringing into them countless people. In turn, the dreams these people have become their power. Through the dreams that the Dream Ruler gives people, it is able to gain control of their hearts. And those who become unable to tell dream from reality are said to never wake again. What will become of me, then? The stranger asked, quivering with fright, hoping the fortune teller would have an answer. There's nothing to fear, my friend. Indeed, the tale of the two dream worlds have been passed down through many generations, and many people in our time still visit them. Among the accounts from numerous dreamers, the most fascinating is that of a certain group of children. They did not become trapped in their dream, however, and upon waking they regaled their adventures with great joy to anyone who would listen. I'm sure that for you, your dreams are a good source of power for you too. Be not afraid and have faith in yourself. They could be your greatest strength against the Dream Ruler. The stranger sighs, shoulders sagging with relief. Now that they felt safer, they left the fortune teller in the alleyway. But what did you think of that, dear reader? Perhaps your dream tonight will be one from the Dream Ruler, too. I honestly rarely have dreams. Alright, so that was certainly interesting. So we went through the once decently powerful Mermail, and the ultra-confusing Dream Mirror. But yeah. Oh, whoops. That's not what I meant to... No. There we go. Alright, so that's gonna cut it for today. I'm a little ashamed it took me 3 tries to get through that Dream Mirror deck, but that happens when you brick twice in a row. Like I said at the start, we are going to play a new game next episode, this time for real. I have the game downloaded and everything, I just didn't get around to it today. So, tomorrow we're going to do that. And then we'll do some more Master Duel episodes as well. Anyway, hope you're having a great day, everyone. Locust Storm, signing out.